permission to set sail. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is threatening to sue the federal government over its shutdown of the cruise industry, which is a staple of Florida's economy. Joining me right now is Florida's Attorney General Ashley Moody. And Madam Attorney General Ashley, great to see you this morning. Thanks very much for joining us. Tell us why restarting the cruise industry is so important and what's stopping the industry from moving forward.
Well, good morning, Maria. Great to be with you as always. You know, Florida is the #1 state for cruises in the nation. We have been effectively under a no-sail order for over a year, and for the foreseeable future, cruises are going to be docked here. That means nearly $9 billion in revenue in Florida is just simply lost. And, you know, I saw how you've been discussing all morning about the mismanagement and reckless approach to the border. Let's look at a whole separate industry and how this administration is dealing with those industries that support many jobs, the economies within our states. They've almost just ignored the fact that they have an entire industry shut down.
But you think that the cruise industry can operate safely at this point? Has there been retrofitting in the ships? Have we seen changes in terms of the airflow that would enable business to get back to at least some capacity?
You know, look, cruises are already operating in other countries, and that's one of the reasons Governor DeSantis and myself met with leaders last week and said, how can we insist that the CDC lift these restrictions, work with the industry? They're doing it in other countries, and our biggest fear is they start shifting ships to other countries. They're sailing with little to no COVID infections already. Yeah. And so what we don't want is a loss of revenue that is so vital to Florida's success.
And how is Florida doing right now? I mean, it's pretty much open. A lot of people recognizing that relative to the rest of the country, you're actually seeing a much closer normalization in Florida. Has that been a risk in terms of the number of cases for COVID?
You know, I'd invite anyone to look at the numbers. Our administration is focused on looking at the science, understanding what the risks are, but balancing that with the affect on Floridians and how this has been affecting their lives. Even the CDC in the fall said, we can't justify these shutdowns. They're not worth what we're seeing in terms of consequence to Floridians and the economy. And so, you know, we're insisting that this government get off their derrieres and start coming out with guidance so these ships can set sail. It's time.
Ashley, we're seeing a number of attorneys generals across the country push back on the Biden agenda. I want to ask you about that, whether it's the Keystone Pipeline or the border. Here's Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton on with me on Sunday Morning Futures. Watch this.
I think you're going to see, as time moves on, you're going to see more attorney generals filing lawsuits in other states challenging various executive orders, especially as we're moving forward and we understand what these executive orders are doing to us.
So I want to take a break, Ashley, but I want to get your take on where the issues are for Florida. Go ahead, AG. Tell us. Are you also pushing back on this agenda beyond just cruises?
Yes, frustrations are boiling over with this administration not living up to their job as required by federal law, or they're overreaching in certain areas. So I, along with other attorneys general, will continue to push back, as I have in immigration already.